A standing ovation in honor of Amanda Lara. Lara is being recognized for 11 years of service supporting student athletes, 5 of them at Doral Academy. Way to go. And that does it for CBS News Miami at 6. Thanks for joining us and have a great evening.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now. The FBI advising California police departments about the possibility of an Iranian drone strike. That according to a law enforcement bulletin obtained by CBS News. But how serious is the threat? What we know tonight. Also breaking tonight, CBS News with new reporting on the attack in Kuwait that killed 6 U.S. service members. It was worse than initially revealed. More than 30 still in the hospital tonight, their injuries and what the Pentagon is now saying. In a deadly storm, tornadoes touching down, ripping across the Midwest, and tonight the threat moving east. Rob Marciano here with the timing and track. And bam, how a guy on the Miami Heat who averages just 20 points a game somehow scored 83 last night in one of the greatest individual performances in NBA history. And homeward bound, how Coco here was reunited with her family after 2 years and a journey of more than 1,000 miles.
From CBS News headquarters in New York, this is the CBS Evening News with Tony DeCopel.
And thank you for joining us on a very busy Wednesday night. President Trump in Ohio and Kentucky today, speaking just moments ago, in fact, about the war and the economy. We're going to have more on that in a moment. But first, we are following major new developments in the Middle East and the potential for blowback here at home. A 600-foot cargo vessel still burning tonight after attempting the Strait of Hormuz today and taking incoming fire, apparently from nearby Iran. That major threat to the world's oil supply continues tonight as U.S. gas
in early February that surfaced prior to the war with Iran about unmanned aerial vehicles off the coast of the U.S. homeland. In a tweet, California Governor Gavin Newsom echoed that sentiment, saying, quote, "While we are not aware of any imminent threats at this time, we remain prepared for any emergency in our state." All of this comes at a tenuous time for our nation's security on the 26th day of a DHS government shutdown that has left security officials working without pay. The FBI offered no comment. Tony?
Nicole, thank you for putting it in perspective for us tonight. Appreciate it. Thousands of U.S. military families have a son or daughter serving in the Middle East right now tonight. And we have new reporting on what was already the most serious incoming attack of the war so far. That Iranian drone strike in the early hours of the fight killed 6 U.S. service members and also injured many more U.S. troops than originally disclosed. Let's get to senior national security correspondent Charlie Daggett, who's got more on what we're learning.
Within the first 48 hours of the war, as Iran's drones and missiles took aim at U.S. military facilities across the region. Satellite photos show the before and after of that lethal drone strike, which killed 6 U.S. Army Reserve soldiers at a tactical operations center in Kuwait. CBS News has learned there were more than 60 injured, far more than previously known, and about 30 hospitalized as of Tuesday with brain injuries and shrapnel wounds. Many were airlifted to an American military hospital in Germany, where 100 U.S. medical personnel assisted in treating them. CBS News has reported the facility lacked sufficient protection against drone strikes. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth claimed it was fortified.
Every once in a while you might have one, unfortunately we call it a squirter, that makes its way through, and in that particular case it happened to hit a tactical operations center that was fortified, but these are powerful weapons.
Those powerful weapons, cheap but deadly Shahed drones, have been launched in their thousands by Iran. Despite the aerial threat, sources tell CBS News the facility was a double-wide trailer that had little protection against drones. There were also no warning sirens heard before the strike. One source told us we basically had no drone defeat capability. Officials we spoke with tonight say air defenses are under constant review, specifically how to deal with drone attacks like this one. Tony?
Charlie D'Agata for us with the sirens going again tonight in Tel Aviv. Charlie, thank you very much. President Trump spent the afternoon working to soothe worries about how the war might drag on the economy, telling our local CBS affiliate in Cincinnati that yo-yoing oil prices will be coming down soon. CBS Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes is traveling with the president. Nancy, good evening. What else did he say?
Well, Tony, President Trump technically came here to Kentucky to talk about drug prices, but he couldn't ignore the concerns about rising oil prices, which, as we learned today, are already starting to take a toll on some local companies.
Operation Epic Fury!
Here in Hebron, Kentucky, President Trump led a pep rally of sorts for the war.
They don't know what the hell hit them, right?
But across the river in Cincinnati, he acknowledged what many Americans are worried about right now: the war-induced spike in gas prices.
Oil will be coming down. That's just a matter of war. That happens you can almost predict it. I would say it went up a little bit less than we thought. It's going to come down more than anybody understands.
Since the war started, the average U.S. price of a gallon of gas has risen 20%. The price of a gallon of diesel has spiked even more, by 28%. And that's putting the squeeze on producers.
We take the rolls and cut them into sheets.
Ed Zumbiel runs one of America's largest family-owned packaging companies. He ships 100,000 tons of finished packaging all around the country every year. Have you already seen your transportation prices start to go up?
Yeah, we're seeing what they call diesel fuel charges or surcharges.